Right, back in the garage today. Obviously couldn't come in last week because of my knee. It's a little bit better. I've got a support on. So I'm going to get the dash, the centre console and that in. And there's a few wires that I'm not sure where they go at the moment. Obviously I didn't strip it all out completely. So I'm going to get everything in the console. And then get all the plugs in that I know need to go in. And then I suppose I could really get the battery in and power up just to see what's not connected and what is or needs to be connected. So yeah, might be a bit slow again because it's December, it was all taken out and I didn't actually take the dash out, so I'm just guessing how it goes back in. So yeah, let's get on, eh? I have got to be careful my knee. The sound deadening that was in there originally, it's like that horsehair stuff. It was a bit knackered, so what I've done is got some closed cell foam sticky back, and I've just cut it and stuck it in all the areas I can get it stuck on, just for that little bit of extra soundproofing. Seems to have stuck quite well. So I've got my rear screen connected. I've got two wires here. I'm not actually sure what they do. They look like speaker wires. And the only thing I'm missing in the back, funny enough, is is the high level brake light. They are actually in the original loom, or the new loom for the rear, but to me they just look like speaker cables, but they're not, because the speaker cables are run on the other loom, but they're quite thin wires on that, so it must be them. So I've just got to find where they connect to, because I can't even find them. So the brake light test switch I'm not using, so I'm not using it. I'm just going to have it hidden behind the dash, because I'm using that hole for the front heated screen. So Keith tells me that's a requirement of the MOT, so I'll just put the switch onto it and just hide it up there, just in case they do. Apparently they never do test them, but just in case they do, it's there. I've also got a USB plug which I've got to mount somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I'm putting that at the moment. There's no space for it in the original stuff, so Right, so I don't know why they've done this, but that's the from the ignition barrel. The white wire was cut off. Must have been joined to something else because they couldn't get something working. So I'm going to wire it back in as it should be, and because everything I've put in is original, is as it should be original. So fingers crossed it works. I don't know if I showed you my tool before, but I've got a tool that pushes these in because they're a pain sometimes. Right, so these 2K wires here, which I thought was the rear brake light, aren't the rear brake light. No idea what they're for, but they won't be connected to anything. So I think I've just got two wires that I don't know what they're for, so it'll be that one, black and white, and a green and orange. So I'll just tuck them down there for now. Choose that one. Yeah, oh, I've just forgotten. I forgot the turbo pipe. Right, so after 3 hours, I finally got the dash in. Buy an ERA, they said. Yeah, it'd be fun, they said. That is the worst dash I've ever had to fit. Absolutely awful. It doesn't help that the upholsterers decided to use padded leather everywhere, which has made things a lot more difficult. And as you can see now, I've taken, well, that fell off, and they've used padded leather. So that's a leather hide, and they put all padding around this, so it doesn't shut. So there is a good chance that all of this dash might be going back to them. I'm probably going to get through the summer first, but yeah, so I've had to take that off, peel that back, take all the foam padding off, and then I'm going to obviously stick that back on, and then screw that on in the hope that that eases a bit, to allow me to shut that. I cannot believe I'm doing this. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, so there's only 3 fixing points in this dash. There's one in there, there's one there, and there's one on the other side. But it is not easy. But it's there. So yeah. It obviously doesn't help having massive hands, quite big forearms, when you're trying to get into tight spaces. Absolute nightmare. Right. I'm not going to bore you with that. While that's going off, I'm going to show you something else. So do a bit of unpacking, shall we? There's all my carpets laid out, ready. Paul Jeffrey's got me these. All look very nice. So that's one of the next jobs of the underlays there. So yeah, that's me ultimate finished stuff. I'm hoping this is going to be my steering wheel and gear knob. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, handy foam. Look at that, absolutely lovely. Stick that over there. So that was sent off to Stitch Perfect. Took a while, but yeah, it's looking good. He's cleaned this bit up the best he can. I don't know whether you can actually replace that part of it. It's not amazing, but it is 30 years old. But yeah, stitching's alright. Matches the interior leather. And he did the gear knob too. Now, normally the gear knob is black, like plastic, but I decided I'd give it a go in leather to match the steering wheel and the rest of the interior. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. So he's fitting them soon. Yeah, so I'm just obviously going to wait for that to dry, get that stuck back, and then that's it for me today. Next job I suppose would be carpet. I've just got all the plugs and that to connect underneath there. Change the wiper and indicator arms. And then yeah, carpets, underlay carpets, and yeah, seats. Right, so just continuing on from the last time I was on. I was playing with the glove box, which I've now sorted. Such a shame really. Like I said, they've used padded leather, which they shouldn't have done. I've managed to screw this on. I've had to adjust the bracket so it actually shuts now. Needs a bit more finer adjustment, but at least it shuts properly. That just needs to go in, which is there. So yeah, I've connected the battery and I am going to turn the car on. This is a pivotal moment. Lucy's outside. She's my spotter. The fire extinguisher's over there, babe. Yeah, so here we go. I'm not obviously going to start the engine because there's no oil or water in it. I might crank it. No, I won't. I just want to see if most things are working. So here we go. that noise?
It's like ticking as well.
I'm assuming that's the fuel pump. Well, I've got plenty of battery life. Actually, I'm just gonna yeah.
Lights are on.
Both of them on. Right, well, something's not right because the lights ain't on the gauges. Oh, that's the right. That noise is the rear wiper, which won't turn off. So I've got to sort that out. There's fog lights. Fog lights. I don't know why that's doing that. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Fan. Got no speakers connected. Stereo works. Turn that off. Hazard's not on. Fuel gauge not working. Alright, I've only got one. For some reason that's front wipers are okay. There's no battery light. Indicators. Neither side. Horn works. That's fine. Rear heated screen's not connected at the moment. Front heated is. Clock works. Yeah.
Flying.
Turns over.
No,
Right, so why is that rear wiper going? Why won't the rear wiper turn off? Right, so I've got no oil light. That one's oil light, isn't it? Or one of them. That switch is on upside down. That bulb isn't working, which is wonderful. None of these bulbs are working. Right. Well, some diagnostics need to be done. That's a bummer, isn't it? I was hoping to just turn it on and everything work, but obviously,
you didn't actually think that would happen, did you?
yeah. So a few things to look into. Turns over though.